Hello.
Hello and welcome. Oh, I'm really excited about today's show. We're going to make, this is a little gift box. What we're actually doing is making little note cards and envelopes. These are in the catalog and the box comes with it. And 20 cards and envelopes.
They're not big enough for a peach though.
And I get a little carried away. So I just decided I would make 20 totally different cards. Because it's been a while, I've been wanting to talk again about
nice leather. Did you make that?
I made this back in college. Look at that. It even has
really?
little flowers.
Oh.
I actually did some crafting back in the day, not card making or paper crafting.
I was kidding.
But I just came across this the other day and I thought, oh, do you see how that's hammered in? And this was stitched. Yeah, I did some leather work. So this is one of the few pieces I ever kept. So
you know what the ichthus is? That's a Christian term, the fish.
Yeah.
The fish that they used to use in the first century to indicate that they're a Christian. Karen made a huge,
I did make a huge one.
huge wooden. It was made out of big sticks.
And curved. And I decided it was kind of ugly and I get rid of it. My parents hung it in their cabin for many, many years.
And
so
we still have
it was from that same era.
We still have
do we?
Yes.
See, I didn't even know that. Anyway, my point was we're going to do 20 different cards because I don't know when to stop. And I know some of you are like me. So today, I hope you have something to drink. We're going to settle in. And you know, we missed him last week, so it's going to be a little slower because we have cards to share and 20 cards to make. So anyway.
I make it slower.
Yeah, don't speed along because I don't have you.
Oh, I see.
You know, making comments and playing off. I don't have that comic relief.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really, really glad to have you. I'd much, much rather have you. And of course, I have a couple of quick announcements. And I thought, I kind of hate making announcements. On the other hand, when we can share cards to make announcements, it's not a bad deal, is it? So, Card Kit of the Month is with the rustic pumpkins. And this card doesn't use either, but I love this layout. Check out this layout because we're going to be doing something similar today. Set that aside. And of course, you get a free card kit from me for 3 cards that you make, and then a finished card of whatever as a thank you for ordering. This is the host code, and you can always find this at KarenTitus.com. And next announcement, see, as long as I keep showing cards, I'm good. Not this weekend, but next weekend is already the new All Good Cards Club, and it's going to be 12 ways to use your window sheets. And if you watch me regularly, you've been seeing a sneak peek of some of the ways. Each of these are just one. But I thought I'd show another little one. Look how cool this is to have the ways on the part on the outside, part on the inside. This class is meant to be a smorgasbord. You're not meant to do all 12 cards, but it's a smorgasbord and you can always go back to it. If you do 2 or 3.
I saw this laying on the floor over by the sofa. And I was just like struck with how beautiful it was.
I have my cards. You guys, I still work on the floor until the day I can't get up. I have my cards for the All Good Card Club all laid out because I'm working on PDFs for them. And I was counting up and thinking, have I made it to 12? And oh yeah, at least.
There is a path, so I don't fall.
So anyway, but I just do love that. And I also want to make a comment. You guys, last week we made this card, the angle card, and oh my good, Queen Elizabeth passed. Oh, I haven't seen the news. Oh, Queen Elizabeth just died. I said, we'll catch up on that. Oh, that is really a time of mourning. So, and quite a reign she's had. So, okay, back to this. If you guys are in the Back Porch Stampers, there were over 100 people that posted cards to be in the drawing for this week. This has been such a hit. I love that we get to share ideas. You know, one of the things I say all the time is that we are more creative together than individually. And if you aren't in the Back Porch Stampers, you want to be there to see all of the different ideas. But this has been an absolute hit. So thanks to all of you who make that community work. Oh, and the people in there that I've just given heartfelt thanks for cards that have been sent to someone in need. Just that has been wonderful too. So the winner of the drawing for this last week, and Tim, I was thinking of you. So you weren't even on.
Yes.
It was sending lots of love to you.
Oh,
thinking of you, consider yourself hugged, you know, all of that. This was sent to me from Barbara Suits to give away. And the winner of this is Teresa Leeper. Teresa, just message me your address and I will pop this in the mail to you. And I just decided it was only fitting this week to interrupt. I usually don't do anything current, but I decided that since we're using these craft note cards and envelopes today, this would make a perfect giveaway. I know these were on sale last week, so you might have missed that, but it's only $10 and you get 20 cards and envelopes plus a box, which we'll talk about. So this is going to be the new thing.
But to win it, it's free.
Yes, you may get it. And then the last thing, the new weekly deals are up. So they're on my shopping website. But my favorite, I'm going to put this down here, right here. Let's see. Oh no. Well, there. Okay. I'm going to put this down and just say my favorite thing that is on sale this week are these Très Chic Memories and More cards. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm just going to come on and do a short impromptu live. I'm not going to plan it all. I'm just going to share, since I'm kind of on this topic of quick and easy cards, how I take something like this and work with it. So look at these gorgeous things. So these are on sale in the envelope. So I hope you can tune in tomorrow to check that out. Oh yeah, you guys are people are just saying how much they love the angled cards. The gorgeous cards posted. And some are like cute and funny and some are just elegant. Oh my goodness, they've been absolutely beautiful. So next, I think that covers our announcements.
We've got mail.
Oh, we've got mail. I can't move because I skipped mail last week. Oh, and first, as we're talking about mail, does anyone notice? Oh, no, you aren't going to notice. I have to put this down. Notice my new shirt. I said, I feel like I'm modeling fashion. It is all good. My personal shopper, Sally Anderson's been at it again. She sent me a couple of really cute tops, and this is one of them. And I said, this is just so perfect for me. Isn't that just fun when you find something?
And Karen gets a royalty every time somebody manufactures something.
That's right. So I just had to say, what an awesome gift in the mail. And, just such a fitting thing. And I just love how it angles right there. So anyway, a big thanks to my personal shopper, Sally Anderson. And now we'll go down below. And she sent this gorgeous fall card with it too. So how cute is this with the squirrel? Sally has been a good friend forever. She used to live close to me and we homeschooled our kids together. And we each have 5 kids. And so it's just fun. We have just so much in common. And now she lives states away, but we stay connected with crafting and just life.
And we all have grandkids.
Yes. So it's all very fun. Okay. So let us look at some other cards. This is, I'm never sure. Tim, I'm assuming these are all cards we haven't shown.
Yes.
I think things around here get a little. Okay. So do we show? This is from Shannon West. So this was for me. Such happy news. And this was for hitting a sales milestone. What I wanted to point out about this is I love how she took this paper, which has a grain to it, and just see how the words, Tim, it's like sliced off the end, turned this way. Yep. And I want you to pay attention because we're doing something similar in a card today. You guys know I love pointing out things that kind of show in patterns. And since I'm sharing 20 cards today, I was thinking, oh yes, and this reminds me of this, and this reminds me of this. So it's all just pretty funny, but you guys know how we all think that we make all these ties. But I just love how that is turned sideways and done that way. So that is very cool.
Shannon is from Riverton, Utah. So that means she's from the home store.
Yeah, she's from the home office. It's wonderful. Karen Wennekamp from Iowa. And how pretty is this? And this looks colored in with colored pencils. Oh, that's really
money.
As for an order, it's good they ever that away. Oh, beautiful. Oh, I love getting things in cards. We have to put that one aside, though.
I do.
I thought Tim opened them first.
I do, but I don't.
And you obviously know that I don't.
This has a check into, I think.
Oh, Jane Rusher. Oh, we got to pay attention to these. Oh, and how pretty. So, well, that's okay. I'm going to have Tim. Well, he gets an excuse because he was under the weather. So he'll have to just go back to full service duty again this week. But anyway.
I do take him to the bank, but you have to autograph him.
No, but I mean to take one of the cards.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
But anyway, I love how these are both cut out and then one is popped up. So that's very fun. And then we have Teresa Courtney. Oh, and a beautiful paper pumpkin.
More money.
And one of the pretty paper pumpkins. You know, when I'm looking at this, when I think about paper pumpkin again, this reminds me of stamping on designer series paper. And sometimes we forget about doing that, and it just makes a nice soft look.
Isn't it? Is it on design?
Well, this is part of a paper pumpkin thing,
Yeah.
so it's kind of pre-done, but just in general, it makes me think of that. Christina Erickson, and this is a thank you. Oh, that's so fun. She won. She's on my team. We do monthly meetings. We do a bunch of other stuff, but we do monthly meetings, and we always do some drawings for some stamp sets and different things for just for all kinds of things. So anyway, this is a beautiful thing. And she won. And then it's always like current sets. And somebody always volunteers. I give them a bundle to work with, and then they come back and share ideas. It's all about sharing and getting to know each other. But is this a beautiful card? I love how she's done that with that celebration paper. Wonderful world. Then we have Deborah Williamson from Montana. And how pretty is that? She is just, anyway, and a fun little thank you note in there. And look, that's just a strip. And we talk about just how you can use a strip, add your words, and you've got a great little card right there. Sarah Freilich from North Dakota. Ooh, how pretty is this? This lovely fancy die, and it's been done with variegated paper. Can you see that? So the color all just goes throughout the paper. That is beautiful.
That is.
All these fun thank you cards I give for people. Oh, that's amazing. Connie Dinsdale from Iowa. Ooh.
You're going to say if any of these are to me.
Oh, well, that's your department, Tim, because you never let them. Okay, no.
I think they've all been to you.
Oh, my goodness. Connie's saying she got 65 cards from the Back Porch Stampers. And we know it's kind of hit or miss because some people send, we send cards to everybody. Some people send a few cards, but I think how fun to get that many cards. But look what a lovely card, too, where the paper does the work. And we've got your little thing, little sentiment and the ribbon, and it's all good there. Margaret Springer from Michigan. I'm trying to speed along a little just because we have a back today. So that is so fun.
Karen and Tim.
Oh, this is Karen and Tim. A bouquet of birthday wishes. Oh, how cute is this? This is, remember we did pop-up cards a little while ago. That is so cool. And she made one for her daughter's birthday. So she's showing what you did. Oh, is that adorable? And I love that she's done it on the long slimline card. And we have the cake and the make the wish. Oh, that is beautiful. What a fun idea. We'd love to have you share with us. Janet Frederick from Louisiana that we just spent time with. And she's also on my team. And she and her husband took Tim around when we were down there, which is really awesome. And look, I love how she added the inside, the branch. It's the finishing touch. But this is so lovely. And love how she's colored the bird. Oh, I think that's just a beautiful card. Next. Oh, there's something thick in here. Well, let's see. It's from Jacqueline Hills. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to read all this. We'll keep this together. But, this is a card we made in the WM folds in the All Good Cards Club. All Good Cards Club is just $15 a month if you join us. It's like a mini retreat each weekend, each month. And you always have access to the PDF. So if you like what we do on Thursdays, it's like that. And we share tons of ideas. And it's all around a theme. Is that cute? And to see how this is a W or M card. But how cute is that with all these fun little birds and
that is very
bugs, cute. Birds and bugs. I guess that's what I'll call them. Oh, so fun. And Jennifer Becker from North Carolina. Ooh, this is gorgeous. Beautiful. I still love these Brilliant Wings dies. I haven't used them in a while. I used them on a card today, actually, because I had one in my stash. But I love, and this was that Rings of Love paper. Oh, that is just a beautiful background. The bright color, isn't that fun? Then on the white and that. Really a gorgeous card. Just stunning. Oh, and thank you. Some of you are saying you love the card clubs. That's wonderful. Donna Goodrich from Maine. Oh, how cute is this? That is so fun. And this would be like a stack, slice, and, stack, shuffle, and slice. You don't have to tell me. But look, because you could have 3 pieces do them and then mix up the 3. Isn't that pretty?
Mhm.
I love that. That is beautiful. And next, Elizabeth Elliott from Arizona. And oh, how pretty is this? Here's that butterfly again from the wings, from the Brilliant Wings. So really cool. And a little bit of coloring on the die.
She's my
embossing folder.
alliteration buddy.
Yep, the EE and TT.
TT.
Perfect.
ET.
And oh, and this is interesting. This is from Jessica Napolitano. I don't know if I say your name right, from Florida, but she sent this absolutely stunning card. That's not all she sent. This came separately. So seize the day. Oh, I absolutely love that. That is just a wonderful. That is really, really cute. And there's a note in here that I'll read, but look at I love what she did with this card. That is just stunning. Now, she sent not only that, she also sent a package. I just look, because it's the same. And she sent, so here's again that stack, slice,
And
shuffle, actually, whatever. And and she sent the template, which I will use at someday for something else. So I just wanted to share that. She also sent a stamp for me to give away. And she also sent, but I just wanted to point this out because these are just beautiful and they're similar but different. I just love how your cards can just be so unique. I think those are just awesome cards. And she also sent, sometimes over in the Back Porch Stampers, we have conversations about other things. And people often ask how you store things. So I thought this was a fun idea. She sent this. She said to organize her card stock, she purchased from Home Depot job ticket holders on Amazon. So they come like this. Have you ever seen this? So they're heavier than kind of the thin things.
They are.
And then she cuts them off so it fits the paper. And this is where she puts her scrap. So we love sharing ideas. So thank you. Thank you. All right. Okay. And then
That's it.
oh, we made it. I think we're ready. So yes, Ginger saying, how could we forget stack, slice, and shuffle? That's right. So we've been through a lot of cards. An interesting thing about today is you're going to see some of these same designs come up, but we had better get started. So a couple of things first. I just wanted to show this box that comes with this. We'll see if I can really quickly put it together. Wouldn't this make a great gift for birthday, holidays, absolutely anything? So whenever you are going to put something like this together, we are going to.
Speaking of putting boxes together, we have, Kathy is on this, and her 2 sons worked at a pizza place, and they were like champion box holders.
Oh, and these actually go out this way. See, I'll figure it out when I get there. Sometimes it takes me a moment to figure out a box. So I'm just telling you, if they don't go real easily, just know they will. Okay, I'm going to close this up. It didn't really, okay, and then I'm going to fold this in. And I'm not adding any adhesive. I'm not thinking I'm going to need any. If I do, I would just add it at the end. I don't even remember if I did on my first one. Oh, look at that.
Good job.
How cool is that? And look how sturdy it is. This is really sturdy. Oh, Diane, thanks. She said she loves seeing all the cards I share because it gives her a bunch of ideas. So, yes. So
this is the lid.
Yes. So I'm going to go through and do the same thing. I could have you put this together too.
No.
So again, I'm just putting the creases on. I think a set of these, I often talk at Christmas time, I think giving handmade gifts is partly just what makes it special. If you had a few of these for friends, just kind of under the tree, wouldn't that just be pretty? You know, they don't even need to be wrapped because then the other gift is inside. Okay, and let's see, I'm guessing this kind of goes the same. And we'll see. So put that one in there. And then sometimes you feel it's easy to feel a little bit like you're all thumbs doing that. Okay, I want this one to come this way.
On the last one, you did the ends first, and then that was the last thing you did.
So, yeah, I think Good. See,
I do pay attention.
Tim does pay attention. And he does like to give me helpful comments. So see, it's all good. He just would rather not have to do it. So see, we make a good combination. I'll do it. Oh,
There you go.
how cool is that? Here we have, Christina's saying that she watched somebody put pizza boxes together once and see how it was super fast. Yeah, it's so fun, all the things you can get good at. So, and yes, Virginia from very hot Southern California. Oh my, you guys are just scorching. That's just really pretty scary. So here is our box. Now, the next thing I wanted to quickly show, because you're going to notice all of the cards today, I decorated the flap because I think especially on simple cards, it really can just make a difference. I just wanted to show that once. I'm going to use my silicone mat because then it won't matter if things go off on the side because I want to get this up to the edge there and a little there. So do you see how I have some on the edge there? I have some right here, but none of that sticks.
Matters.
So yeah, so it doesn't matter. It's just perfect. And then this is about a 2 1/4 by 5 1/2, but I tend to use scraps. I also tend to use, if I'm making cards out of one set of papers, let's say, and maybe there's one design I'm not as fond of, as long as it looks pretty with the other cards, that's the perfect one to use for envelope flaps. And then we're simply, no, I'm not too strict about anything here. I'm gonna cut that around. And so then so one and done. This is how all the envelopes are done. And it just kind of makes it that extra special.
That makes
So
a huge
how
difference.
cool.
So you do that to how many envelopes?
I did that to all of them in here. So you're
Which
going to
is how
see
many?
that as you go through. 20.
Ooh,
Ooh, I know.
that's a lot of work.
And here's the funny thing. Luann was over last night helping me. And she does my die cutting. And and I thought I was done. And I'm counting them all up. And I only had 19. So I said, well, I'm giving up in the morning. I have to come up with one more. Now, I only have a few in here. So you have a choice. I could put a whole bunch more cards in here. Or you can put a few in. It's your choice. And then have some of these to send. So some of these I'm going to make, some I'm going to just talk about. But do you see how they each then have their thing? Now, one fun idea would be like this could all be Apple cards. You could have a coordinated gift. You could still make your cards different. So I could take this Apple theme and a lot of the cards I'm making today, I could switch it up and use the same thing. I'm using 20 different ideas, but just know that that is another option. So we're going to not make that one. So we'll just set that one aside. This is just a little strip paper with a little knot.
Do you know what the University
it?
of Minnesota is known for? Creating apples.
Oh yeah, they are.
Is it hybrid or they?
Yeah, all kinds of different things.
Yeah, and they've done it for many, many years.
Now I'm going to do a couple more, I think, that I'm not going to put together. I actually, part of this becomes, I don't know where I put them. I have enough to make doubles of everything, but I'm living in some stacks around here. So I think that's pretty fun.
Not just you.
I could show you, I'll show you at another time how to make your own box for these cards. That would be another quick idea. These are just pre-done ones. So the cards that we're using today, these are the note cards and envelopes. They are still mailable. This is the smallest size that you can still mail in the regular mail. In the catalog, the craft ones come with this box, which is amazing. You can get them in white or vanilla, and they don't come with the box. And for this week's challenge, I was putting in the Back Porch Stampers, cut your card stock down to this size because we're going to be talking about you're working with a little different look when it's smaller. So our whole point this week is whatever designs we come up with for this smaller size. So folded, this is 5 inches by 3.5. And I'll put that in the Back Porch Stampers too. So if you don't have any pre-done ones, this is also perfect. If you're a brand new stamper, it's what a great way to get started. Get some pretty paper, the note cards and envelopes, and maybe a sentiment. And, I just think it's wonderful. Or if you want to introduce someone to stamping.
This is in the catalog.
Yep, it's in the catalog. Yep. So then you're just going to see how these you could do, I think, a whole set of cards like this using different papers and different things would be fun too. You can just go really simply and mass produce these. So, but getting the box with the cards is a real deal. I mean, I just, and look we saw all the folds. This is a nice sturdy box. When I make boxes by hand, they're not this sturdy.
And if you made
it's a deal.
20 just like that. You don't send them to the same people. So they'd never know that.
Right. So this would be a gift to give someone. I always said, yeah, I would give somebody a gift for them to send out. And I've often said gifts like this, you could add some stamps or even some stamped envelopes and give to someone in assisted living or something. So they have cards to give out. So I also think that that's a great idea. So we're starting with just a couple of really simple ideas here. And then this one, this is similar. It's a little bit different. Just made it. All the measurements for these are on my blog, and it'll go live at least by morning. I try to do it tonight. And did you guys notice on the blog there are project sheets? They go up a couple of days later. All the directions for things are on there. So it's just a great way to have things on hand. But I just made this a little smaller because I wanted this to become the accent. So here we have something other than words. Okay. And when I took pictures to put on my blog. There's a lot to this, and I mixed them up like this. They still looked fine, but they weren't from the same paperbacks, and I had to go redo them after they were on my blog and ready. And I thought, but look how cute these just really simple ideas are.
I wouldn't have gone back and fixed it. Nobody
thank you notes for bride or graduate, a new mom, all that kind of stuff would be absolutely wonderful too. Yeah, I think these are beautiful and yet really simple. I agree. Georgie, thank you for that nice comment. Just saying how fun. Okay, now how stinking cute is this card? Okay, we're gonna make this one. I'm gonna have you, can you set these somewhere where they're still easy to reach?
Yes.
If we want them at the end, but I thought, let's do this card.
Pocket.
So I'll just share a couple of things here. Pocket. And so as you're looking at this, you start thinking, oh, what kind of punches do I have? So I just think this is so cute. This is just the heart punch pack. So you'll notice we're just using punches, which is another reason these make just great cards to do for a new stamper or to give as a gift to make up little instructions. And this Scotty dog punch is just so cute. And so I want my two dogs going that way. So I'm going that way. So I need to flip them this way, right? That's pretty bad. And I should do this on the silicone mat. And the reason, my blog is just KarenTitus.com. So I always put a link. You also want to make sure you sign up for my email list because I send out a new card tutorial each week. I'm also going to start putting, this is my new idea, I'm going to start putting supply lists for the next Thursday on there earlier. So you get all that information earlier. So you don't miss a thing. And you just sign up for that at the same place too. So, okay, I just think that is so cute. And then I had my, I think this was a 2.5 strip. It could have been 2 1/4. But this was my 12-inch piece. So I put this on close to the edge. So I'd have enough to do these little bows right there. Okay, so I'm going to put one right there and one right there.
Whoa.
And then, Tim to the rescue. Oh, it's findable. So that's all good. And I just think, what makes these sizes fun to work, I'm going to show you some cards later where we also have them on the big size. If I were doing this on a big size, I might very well add another layer. And then that's cute too. So all ideas work, but sometimes it's fun to just think in terms of these small things. Yeah, punches. They're so quick and easy. I agree, Julie. And you don't have to take out all your stuff. This is such a cute card. And wouldn't this be a cute Valentine's card? Think of all the dog lovers. This would be absolutely fun to use for that. So that would be our next one. While we're at it, I'm just going to show this one because then I thought, here's another quick punch idea. This time it's just the flower punches. I just tied a little ribbon. Wouldn't even need the ribbon. And this is the little daisy punch put on, and then a little black and white right there. And one more with the punches. This one is just using scraps, card scraps. So these are like 1/2-inch little strips. And here's the same heart punch again. So one punch will do it. This would be another, this could be done like in a cutesy way for Valentine's. This would also just be a nice thank you cards for anything. But I thought, and you could do that in any colors and do anything else. Okay, good. Carlos is saying it'd be nice to have measurements earlier. Yeah, and then it's a sneak peek too. So you'll get that when you sign up for the newsletter. So on the weeks that I'm prepared enough to do that, I keep trying. Okay, we're going to move to the next thing here. Next thing I'm going to talk about, we're going to be using some of the same card designs that we've been using on Thursdays, particularly recently, and maybe even just throwback times. And I want to do this for a couple of reasons. A lot of these are my go-tos. That's also fun to be remembered and to think of, if you kind of get stuck on something, just bring out your go-to. So do project sheets, especially. I would say download the ones that are really simple that you would do over and over again. Keep those in a spot because it's really easy to just get sidetracked and think, oh, I can't think of anything new today, But yes, you can. So this is so cute. This is from the Celebrations paper pack, which is, I believe, a host set in the thing. And right now, because I know you don't have your cut supplies working along, I am not even going to go through these measurements because they're all on my blog. But look what this is. So I call this tear and flip. So I'm just going to have my paper right here. Here are my two sides. I'm just going to tear the bottom and I'm going to flip it over. How cute is that? We're going to put this on. And I'm going to put the top one on first. I'm going to kind of just eyeball it and kind of get it equal there. And this is longer than we needed it to be because it's going to kind of cover up part of that part, if that makes sense. So
no, wrong one.
Oh, okay. We're going to do a visual. We're going to do a visual here and pretend that didn't happen, and I'll fix it later. Oh, and look what I did. I put it on here and do the other side, and now it's stuck. Oh, but it is that. So I will, but you see how this is going to cover? So that's why I made it longer. So part of the flip part would come over, but this is going to need a little doctoring, so I'm not going to finish it. But how cute is that?
Maybe the deer will.
I'm going to set that aside so I can go repair it. I always, I have to have a few accents. And then I just added a little glimmer in there. Now I wanted to point out, do you notice the cover? This is the very same pattern, only it's not torn. It's just cut and flipped. And this one isn't even actually flipped because they're two different colors. But I wanted to point this out where we're looking at similarities. This could be done the same way. This could be done as a straight line and flipped. This could be two different pieces of paper. If you're just looking at your scrap bin and you find two things that go together, it doesn't have to be the same one. But you see how this is basically the same. And this would be like a full-size card. So you might layer it more and do more things with it. But I think this, as a small card like that, is absolutely sweet. Mm-hmm. Oh, little black bows on the deer would be really cute. I think that is so cute. So I just think that is so. There's one idea. And on the blog, I'm also linking to the original posts that show the same ideas for the ones that are appropriate on full-size cards. So you just can kind of see how it's just changing when we work it down a little. Well, that's sweet. Connie's talking about her friend whose husband is very sick, and she's been getting a lot of cards in the back porch stampers. Yes, what a caring group. Okay, this is going to look familiar. Okay, I spilled my tea on a couple of these cards, but it's okay. It kind of fit the craft theme. Remember when we just did these? So, and it's kind of I guess these are also called a keyhole, which I hadn't thought about. So here's one we did in a full size. So here's where I just showing the difference. We did a whole bunch of these and they just flip like that. I just love this layout. But here we can use the same layout. This I put on the top. It could have gone sideways, but you see how similar those are? So we will, and of course it has my cute little thing. I love this little owl. So I'm just going to point out a couple of things. This part is, again, just paper. I'm not even going to attach it. I love this camping paper from He's the Man. And I love this owl. This is from this Wildlife Wonder set. I just had to show that. I just think this is the greatest card for nature cards and masculine cards. So I like to tie a little twine sometimes when I do that. But then all I'm going to do, this is the level let's do this one differently. Just see how this one goes this way. This time, let's make it go this way because we dwell in the land of possibilities. So this time I'm going to put it this way. So how cool is that? On the original blog post, I made these cards with 3 different punches. Like I said, we'll put the links. But anyway, how cool is that? And then this is going to be popped up on dimensionals, which I will grab over here.
And if I remember right, I actually did one of these and I got it
Yes.
lined up.
Yes.
I thought it was going to be really
You
hard
did
to
a really
line it
nice
up.
one. Yes. And then we're going to put it right through here. And the thing that's cool is it doesn't matter if it's not perfect because you kind of want it to latch a little bit. Do you see how it just kind of gets that little latch?
Mhm.
Well, this was a great idea, Karen, except now it's a circle card. Do you see that, Tim? Because you go like this and then circle around.
That's right.
Well, sometimes ideas don't work. A 10's going to be going the wrong way. Yeah, kind of flattened. Oh, that is pretty hilarious. It was a good idea at the time, but the point was that this could go either way. Oh, yes, live
Can we just-
crafting
Can
doesn't
we
always
just
go.
cut it. And,
I'll just get a new piece. This is just a scrap.
okay.
I will see. I have my pile of cards that are finished, and then I have my pile of cards that need some surgery before I'm done.
This is
I
one
would
of
just cut
those.
another little strip going this way, and it'll be just fine. Or I'll make another card with this. Either way. But I thought, how cool is that? And then that's the background. So that one goes over here. Hopefully, the finished pile will be bigger. Okay, now you guys are going to remember these for sure. And this is the cards I got today that were showing this stack, slice, and shuffle. Okay. So I just wanted to show this. Okay. Oh, that's from another card. So look how cute this is. This is in a small size. Now you can imagine this on vanilla or white too. So you could do this with anything. And then here is a full-size card using this. So this one has more layers. This one is very simple, but it's still really, really sweet. That's why I think it's just kind of fun. That's why I wanted to make the challenge to be doing these pre-done things, because it is a little different way of looking at design.
This really is striking because of the contrast. This is much more subtle. But
this is
both
more
very,
subtle.
very
Now, if
nice.
I put these on white, there would be more of a contrast too. Part of what I love about this card, you see, these are 3 different kind of blues, but then both of the blues are back here. So they're similar but different, but it just kind of makes a really nice, it really makes a lovely card. And on this one, like this might be awfully big to put on there. So here we're just using smaller things. But again, you don't really need to know the directions. As long as they're here, I'll put them together. Then I won't have to do it afterwards, and it takes no time. The other thing that's cool about these cards, you can kind of make up your own pattern. You know, I put down exactly what I'm using, but yours can be different. I said you could, you can do 4 parts. We've done these in 4 parts. You know, you can make your card your own. And whoops, that one's not on too straight. I'll try it one more time. And then we'll add this so it can go in the finished pile. How are we doing here? Yes, these note cards take regular
envelopes.
They take regular postage.
Oh.
So it's good. It's good that way. It is the smallest size that you can do that. Okay. So here's our next one. Here's a real throwback card. So I thought part of what's fun today is we're kind of reviewing a bunch of the different cards we've been making over the month. So how cool is that? I think this is, again, just a cool card. And I love these bikes. But is that just cool? Okay, so here's the card. And here's a full-size card. But you can see it is the same pattern. We're seeing both sides of the paper. It's just the dimensions, the sizes of the paper that we're using change. So on this one, we are cutting off. So quick review. I've been making this card for so many years, and I think I have a whole bunch of videos on YouTube using the same one because I use it all the time. This is going to be 3/4 of an inch that I'm going to cut it off at. So let's see if I can figure out 3/4 of an inch. Okay, good enough's going to be good enough. It's my motto on live. I saved this because I used it for some of the punches. I didn't print that, but so here's my little card base. And then I'm putting this one right on the inside. And I actually think I would cut this one down a little because I don't want it to show at all. So I'm going to do that. I don't want it to show it all through the. Nah, I'm not going to do it. I'll just assert you later if we do, because I realize how sticky it is on there. So I'm going to put this on the inside. If the front shows, I can see that I think I made this a titch too big, but that's okay. And then I'm going to put, this is what I'm highlighting on the front. So I'll do this one next. So I'm going to put my tape just on this side. So who's made these cards? I'm going to put this right over this. So that should make it right. Okay. And I put that right over that. Make sure it's not showing at the top there. And then close it up. Now, this is the paper I'm using. So I'm going to do a flip. This is another flip card. So I'm going to take that. Another card that is so easy to make. And if you've been, oh, and I didn't cut these. Oh, look at that. This is going to go in the card surgery pile. And then you can see this side. On the inside of the card, we're seeing this. So I'm going to put the bike part back on there. But we're going to pretend that that's all correct. And it's going into my thing. Yes. I love cards like this that show both sides of the paper. Yep, Tony, I agree with you. I think that is just so, and I just think it's so cute that you can do them full size or small size. You know, it just doesn't matter. You just change the measurements. So how cool is that? How are we doing for time? We'll keep moving right along. Okay. Oh, some of you are going to remember this. I think this is another go-to card of mine, and I absolutely love it. And I'm going to show you today. I know it. I'm going to show you the full size. This is what we did. We did 10 cards like this. Do you guys remember that? That was one of our weekly challenges not very long ago. And look how we've taken the same idea, but made it small size. Mm-hmm. And they're both really nice. You know, this has more layers, so it has more color added. But check this out. It really doesn't get easier than this, especially if you can't find the missing piece. Here it is. So watch me make this card. It's just going to add my little scrap there. I'm going to add this on the front. And if anything sticks over, like if I have a little sticking over, I just trim it afterwards. So no big deal. And then this, whatever you're going to be an accent. Now, butterfly would be pretty. All these other kinds of things would be pretty here too. Okay. Look at that. Add little gems. Totally done and totally cute.
And simple.
And yes, very simple. Okay, our next card. We are making progress here. Our next. So hopefully it's not too confusing to watch me make so many different things. Okay, I know you guys remember this. This is another one we've done over and over again. I love this card. And let's see. Oh, you know what? I could not find, I might have sent them all out. I couldn't find a sample of this. So I thought, but you remember we did a whole bunch of these in full-size cards. But this is the little size. And isn't it just cute that you can still mail these? So here, this is the He's the Man paper, which is so fun because even the dies are in it. So I'm going to, I think I did an inch. Let me see. Or did I? Yep, I did an inch. So here's my card. And I am going to cut from the center line up there. And I'm going to flip it and do the same in the other. So both of these are 1 inch. And here's what's different. You know, when I did the full-size cards, I did 1.25 inches. But, you know, you can adapt anything, which just makes it so cool. And then we're going to stick the sides down. And then these two pieces are the same size. So I'm going to put my insides I can write on. Now, if I did this with white note cards, you don't need to put on the inside because you'll have it right there to write on. This will go. This is another flip card. If you can see that, we're just flipping the paper over. This is going to go on the outside. And then I have my 2 little 1/2 inch strips. or 3/4 of an inch. Since I cut it, so we always go down 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so we'll go down and we'll put those on. And then I just took, this is one of the dies I cut in half. So I have 2 of these. It's kind of a long stretch to be a road or something. Put that on. And then we'll put these on. Julie said she's overwhelmed with all these ideas. I have to play and catch up. Yes. And these are kind of like, sometimes I teach classes like this too. But what I love, this is like a pick and choose. It's to inspire you and to think, oh, which ideas do I like? And do you realize we are using the same small, pre-cut, pre-folded, and coming up with all these different ideas. And they all take no time. They're easy and fun to make. This next one I'm not going to make because we did this recently. I did a whole live on cards you can make with a postage stamp punch. So here's one, and this is a card we were making there because we were doing full-size cards. So look at the difference. This is layered. This little thank you card has all these other things to it, but this is also really cute.
It is.
I'm going to make up a bunch of these. I just decided because I bought a bunch of these craft things to have for birthday cards to send out because I just think these are so handy. So those were a few that I wanted to share to do to just show what we've done recently. Now I was going to point this one out, how this is similar but different, and some of these are losing their things. I'm not going to make this one, but I just wanted to point out this is a whole lot like the stamp shuffle and slice, where we did the 3 pieces. It's just instead of a third paper there, we have an accent. Now this, I didn't realize, this was in my bucket. You guys know I keep all these little bags of little goodies. So I brought this out for a trim, and then I realized afterwards I wasn't using dies today, just punches. But you could use the daisy punch or a cutout butterfly. But it's just the idea that this is the accent. But do you realize this is the same layout as those other cards, just leaving out the third piece? Pat said she was a teacher. This is great. She feels like it's a test review of what we studied. Yes. Maybe I should do extra credit back in the All Good Cards Club for, have some funny things like that. So anyway, it's so fun. You guys are awesome. That is just great.
Karen was a teacher. She was special ed. So
I was a teacher too, and I absolutely love teaching and teachers. Okay, so here's our next one, and I'm not sure here's the original one. Thought we'd look a little more at strips because we all have scraps of strip scraps. And I thought, a lot of times I will do strip cards and we'll put them all the way across the front. And I thought this time, let's just do like 3 and then put the words across there. So again, just playing with an idea. You could use these same strips and do all kinds of things. And then for an accent, I cut this out. This is all coordinating paper. So this is kind of a little more, I don't know, bohemian look or something. I don't know what it looks like, but I thought just kind of a fun idea. And again, really quick, if you can figure out the directions here. It doesn't matter as long as 2 go one way and 1 goes the other. And then we're going to start with 1. The thing that's fun about this, now if I were going to do them all the way across, I would do my 2 outside edges, work towards the middle. But what's fun about this is it's not going to go the whole way. So it's awesome because it doesn't really matter where it ends up. So I'm just going to put that on. And then I am going to put my words. And it just didn't seem quite finished with that. So that's why I decided to add this. Now, since this is already popped up, I just would like to do a couple on the side right there. And this might have been better to have mini glue dots, but we'll make this work. And then this part will stick down below, but not over that part. So it's not a double. Does that make sense? Strip straps. Strip straps sounds better than strips or strip scraps. Okay, whatever. Patricia's wondering if there's a quiz after the video. I don't know, but I think I might need a nap. I thought afterwards, Karen, you could have just done 2 of 10. So I hope you guys bear with me. And, I love to say, You don't have to keep up with me. You don't have to make all of these. This is just to get you excited about thinking what you can
I don't
make.
think anyone can keep up with it.
Okay, so here's just another fun idea. We are winding down. I thought, what a fun idea. So if you fussy cut like I do, like this is a wash and beauty, and you get all these edge pieces, I thought, what a fun idea. We're just cutting those out and putting them on. So isn't that interesting? So I'm just taking these. Whoop, another card there. You gotta see if I have a blank card here.
Karen's homemade basket was empty, so I thought she was done. But she's got another stack.
No, I've got, these are like odds and ends. Okay, I'm missing the thing on this. I'm just gonna point out that these are just put on, so we'll pretend it's this. Just figure out where they will lay down. Okay, so that'll be a corner. It kind of looks like it should be going up. I'm gonna put that one right there. And then I'm gonna put this one right there. And just a fun way to use up your scraps. You could add some words in there. So let's see. Okay, yes, we could do some tongue twisters while we're at it. Those of you who are watching me from YouTube, if you subscribe, that actually really helps me out. And supposedly you get notices. I never know how well that works. But anyway, it's always worth a little shot. And we only have a couple left. So we are getting there, Tim. How about that?
All right.
I was just going to point out this one. Let's see. Okay, this is a card. I know in one of the cards I opened today, I said, notice. Oh, I remember. It was the one that I got from Stampin' Up. Do you see how I took this same paper and it's going this way? And that's what I used to add the little words and to kind of go crosswise. But just kind of fun. So I think we don't need to make this card. But I'm just going to explain it. Because you can see all this is a little edge cut off. And then again, just the little scrap there, the bigger scrap there, and our accent piece. This is with Abigail Rose, which is so fun. Oh, good. You guys do get notices. So that's good. Love that. Love that. And then let's see. Are we down to one more? We just might be down to one more. Okay, so here's our last one. Tony says that she loves messing around, making card packets for friends and relatives. Yes, and to pull out your scrap paper. You know, I'm glad you said that. I think this is the kind of project where you would, yes, bring out your scrap bucket. You don't need to use your big collections of things and just play. That's kind of the whole point of kind of doing this. Just start with these smaller size something. But I thought you can even do little easel cards with. How cute this is. And this is just in the paper. So this is just a super, super simple one. So in making this one, we will do this. We're just going to take this and put it in half. So this is 3 1/2. So it's going to be 1 3/4, if I can figure that out. You know, this isn't what I usually use, but good enough's going to be good enough. And then I want the okay, so check that out. How easy is that? And then I am just taking these two and put that on. And then the biggest trick to remember is your card's going to lay like this. So it goes flat, but you're only going to want it attached at the bottom. So that it can fold up. So I'm going to just put a couple strips more towards the bottom, and I'm going to line them up right here. There. And now it's going to fold, and it is going to close up. And then I just popped up a little punch right here. That's what's going to hold it. Those are up on dimensionals. And I'm going to bring us back on, and I hope this is kind of a whirlwind tour of all kinds of things you can do.
Fixes.
Fixes. How much does it cost to subscribe? If you're asking about the All Good Cards Club, it is $15 a month. You can't go wrong, and you get the PDFs. And you know, the biggest thing is we like to laugh together.
It's a bargain.
And it's kind of like you get to know the people in the group, and you get to know each other's styles, and it's just fun. So we love hanging out. I really appreciate you guys that do this, and it does help support my business, which I absolutely appreciate. So this was 20 cards. And of course, I love hearing what your favorites are. And more than anything now in the Back Porch Stampers, you guys are going to go show. So the challenge is any note card size. And it can be white, craft, or vanilla. And you can cut your own if you don't own any. Folded, these are 5 inches by 3.5. And I will put that up. It is the idea that we're working with a smaller, what do you call it? Just a smaller size. And it just creates a different look. So I think that will be really fun. Oh, Stephanie, that's so nice. She said she loves hanging out with us. We totally appreciate it. Oh, the videos that we mentioned. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the question is about that. So I think it's been a whirlwind. So if you're around tomorrow at 10, I'm kind of liking doing this kind of, tomorrow we'll just do this kind of spontaneous thing and talk more about simple cards and how to lay things out. And I just kind of talk through how I kind of decide how to do things. Because basically what I did with these, I thought I want 20 ideas. And the first thing, a couple ideas come to mind. You know how that is. Basically with punches, like that dog punch just came to mind. And then I like to pull out all my odds and ends that I keep in baskets to look at what I could do and what different ways I could accent them, with those being the thing. And then after that, I went to thinking, what have I done lately on Facebook Lives that would also work for this? But that would be the same as you thinking, you know, if you had some project sheets or some kind of go-to things there to bring that up. And then I won't tell you what the last 3 were. Those are the biggest stretch. You know, you get to this idea. So I appreciate it. I have talked a bunch today.
Yes, you have.
This is longer than usual. I told him to settle in because this is going to.
I did. I collected all the cards that she made.
Yes, he kind of picks up the pieces and takes care of me. So thank you. I love giving you guys weekly challenges, and I just love so that is so wonderful, Beverly. I think it helps. One of the reasons I love it is I think it helps us all to have a focus. So this is one thing I'm going to make this week. Because, you know, do you ever sit down and just look at all your stuff and think, oh, I don't even know where to start? So I'm giving you a starting place. And then you just become more creative because you make your interpretation, you see others, it becomes a back and forth. And you think, oh, I wouldn't have thought of trying that. So I think that's how we really learn from each other. So thanks, all of you. Thanks, all of you who participated last week. Thanks all to all that will participate this week. And let me know if you need anything. And we'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. That's unusual.
It is.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye.